This is CBS 2 News at 6.
Right now at 6, the heat is on, but that sounds like an understatement. Everybody's trying to find some way to try to keep cool when it's literally getting oppressive out there.
Also making headlines, a dream hiking trip takes a deadly turn for a suburban teenager. We'll tell you just what went wrong.
And American Airlines is pulling out the checkbook for a mega airline deal, why it should bring big bucks for Chicago-based Boeing. Live look from Chopper 2 out there. You can just see how thick and hazy it is this morning.
Soupy, that's what it looks like. You can feel the humidity out there coming through, even into the air conditioning. Good morning, everybody. I'm Vince Gerasole.
And I'm Susan Carlson. Thanks for starting your day with us. Meteorologist Megan Glaros fills us in.
Thanks, Derek. New this morning at 6. As Megan just said, we are under an extreme heat warning as temperatures creep near the triple digits.
Yeah, it is bad out there. The heat index is expected to soar much higher than that. CBS 2's Susanna Song is live along the lakefront.
Try to plan your activities either in the morning or evening, or stay indoors if you can today.
Good day to take a nap, let's put it that way.
Or take a nap.
Thanks a lot, Susanna. Right now, the power is out for some Libertyville residents from this morning's thunderstorms. ComEd crews are working to get 2,100 customers back online now. And the power was out in Glen Ellen, Wheaton, and Lombard just after 6 o'clock last night. A circuit breaker failed. 13,000 customers were sweating it out, but ComEd says most of it was restored by their bedtime. Senator Pat Quinn plans to appeal a ruling that would force him to give 30,000 unionized state workers pay increases, but he might have a tough time. Those 2% raises have already been approved, and an arbiter says the state violated the union contract July 1st when it didn't come up with the money. Quinn is blaming lawmakers, saying that they didn't set aside enough funding to cover the $75 million that's needed to pay for those raises. Metra is taking steps to clean up the air quality inside its train cars. The Tribune reports Metra will install new filters that are expected to reduce diesel soot by 75%. However, diesel pollution in the air will remain an issue on the platforms at Metra's downtown stations. Friends are remembering a North Suburban teenager who was killed in a freak accident on a nature hike in Wyoming. Sheriff's deputies say 16-year-old Ellie Burns was on an outdoor educational tour with the group Wilderness Ventures, and this is video from the company's website that you're seeing right now. Friends say that she was setting up a campsite when a 75-foot tree fell on her. She was knocked out and never regained consciousness. Just a very sad story there. Sheriff's deputies say that it was a freak accident and that the tree that killed her was dead.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful. But
just as it goes by, I'm all of 5 feet 5 inches tall, and I would say that this mound of snow that they've had to clear off is probably about 7 feet to 7.
Oh, nothing but a warm memory all these months later.
Oh, that was so much fun that morning, Vince, watching you outside. We were lucky enough to be inside, Megan and I, talking about the blizzard of 2011.
And some of us were getting snow on our eyelashes, as you can see there.
I just remember thinking, gosh, poor Vince, that stinks for him because it's miserable. And you did such a good job of telling us the story just by showing yourself battling the elements.
Well, you're very kind. I vowed that day never to complain about hot weather. Okay, so today I'm not going to complain about hot weather.
No complaining.
Time right now is 5:42, and as our news continues, the next chapter in that phone hacking saga that's rocking Great Britain.
Well, today Prime Minister David Cameron will be on the hot seat.
The Texas Rangers are improving safety at their ballpark in Arlington, Texas. Less than 2 weeks ago, a firefighter and father tumbled over the rail and fell to his death. Now, those rails will be raised higher, although the current height already exceeds safety codes. The Rangers have decided to raise them further to 42 inches, and that would be the highest standard in the nation.
She did suffer from some minor cuts from falling through a glass window, but otherwise she's going to be just fine. Ouch.
Oh, it'll be a Disney movie sometime soon, too.
Summer's okay.
The time right now is 5:44, and here are the top stories that we're working on this morning. The federal budget battle is still at an impasse. The House voted last night to cut spending by $6 trillion and require a balanced budget amendment in exchange for raising the debt limit. The president and Senate Democrats, however, are saying no.
Free.
And not the news they wanted to hear this morning. Some 2,100 Libertyville customers are without power from this morning's storms, and that means no air conditioning. While 13,000 West Suburban customers are back in the comfort of their AC, a failed circuit breaker there knocked out power in Glen Ellen, Lombard, and Wheaton. That was at about 6 o'clock last night.
We can only hope that it's not good. It sounds like it's very isolated.
Don't be hot under the collar in the car. I mean, really, you got to be able to just drive safely today. Don't let the temperatures get to you.
You know, that's...
Thank you very much, Derek. Let's get a check of business news now with CBS 2's Ashley Morrison.
Yes, she's watching the markets for us from New York. Good morning.
They have these Zestimates. It really gives you a lot of information if you're,
and
looking to buy a new home.
you can figure out what your friends' houses are worth too. I've never done that.
No. He's a little nosy. All right,
I don't use it for that.
Thank you, Ashley.
Poop. Doo-doo. Number 2, caca. Crap. You've got a big...
What?
Oh, I don't know how to follow that up except to read. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is spending $41.5 million on grants to redevelop the humble toilet. Its design hasn't changed much in over 200 years, but there's a noble cause here. The foundation says that they want to make a cheaper one that will be more available to poorer countries and cut down on the spread of disease.
Oh, I apologize for the poopy video we just put up there.
Oh, just listening to it wasn't so good.
5:51 right now. When we come back, we'll tell you about the pop star who might be bringing sexy back to a concert venue near you.
And from the White House to reality TV, the First Lady's next push to help our nation's veterans. It does not feel good. It feels awful outside with all that humidity.
You know, right now it's only 75, though, at the lakefront, and those people are getting a jog in. It's not unbearable just yet. Of course, later today, it likely will be. It will be downright dangerous, but right now, I think you can't complain.
I don't know, that humidity out there, though. I mean, it's air conditioned in here.
It's getting worse.
I'm having some issues, and it's air conditioned in here. Oh, that sure looks like fun. Hope I can have some of these moments a little bit later on today. Expect to hear the sounds of splashing as Chicagoans try to escape the heat by heading to pools and beaches. Today and tomorrow, Chicago is expected to hit the highest temperatures that it has seen in years. And boy, I got to tell you, you can already feel it if you head outside.
I know. I got a date with the pool later on today.
Yeah.
And I think the thing to keep in mind, officials keep saying this, check up on the elderly, check up on people out there who may not always get out, because these temperatures are bad inside and outside.
Thank you, Derek. And speaking of our airports, it's a game changer in the airline industry. American Airlines will announce today the largest new order of aircraft in aviation history.
Joining us live in studio now is CBS News travel editor Peter Greenberg. And Peter, this is really huge news for Chicago-based Boeing, isn't it?
It is. And in fact, it's huge news.
When you hear about that kind of investment, if you're a flyer, the natural question is, does this mean my airline tickets are going to be going up even more?
Yes. Each checked bag will now be $3,000. No,
right.
No.
Coming up next, a check of our top stories. What the Chicago Fire Department is adding today to make sure they're prepared to help you in this heat.
And then don't forget to watch CBS in primetime tonight. At 7, house guests compete in the veto competition on Big Brother. At 8, it's Criminal Minds, followed by CSI. And then on the CBS 2 News at 10, prescription glasses can cost a small fortune, but now there's a way to save.
I had no issues at all.
And he only paid $23 for them. How did he do it? Tonight, Mary Kay Kleist shows us how to find affordable glasses for as little as $10 a pair.
And back here, we're faced with an extreme heat warning this morning.
And the heat index is expected to soar well into the triple digits. CBS 2's Susanna Song is sweating it out on North Avenue Beach. Good morning, Susanna. Also, thanks to the latest pop-up thunderstorms, ComEd just told us that they are reporting about 2,000 power outages in the Libertyville area. They say crews are on the scene and they hope to get back all customers up quickly. And on this hot day, let's get one final check of the weather forecast.
Do we really want to?
Okay, thank you very much. That's all we have for now. The early show is next. And if you're heading out in the car, tune to WBBM News Radio 780 for continuous morning news.
We'll be back at 7:25. Stay cool.
Try.